Well, I'm with Steve, outside Stamford Bridge, obviously 1-1 with West Ham. What's your thoughts, buddy?
Oh, it just felt like an end of season feeling today. The atmosphere in the ground, the players. I looked at the players today. There was no creativity. There was no passion there really. Are they saving themselves for the FA Cup? What do you think, Tony?
Well, I think the reason why those players all played today, virtually our first team or our first team, was because of the occasion. Yeah, I think they, with all the intents and purposes in the world, they went out there really to win this game. Yeah, I think it mattered to them. I really do, and hence the reason why they were scrambling around right to death, trying to get a winner.
It meant more to West Ham than it
well,
did to us.
It did. Well, they had more. Well, absolutely. But I mean, just from an emotional perspective, you know, for Ray Wilkins and everything else, and the crowd were in it from that perspective too. However, I don't really think it's important in terms of points and
top four.
No, it's gone.
I mean, we've got to be careful. Arsenal could go above us, you know.
And so what? I mean, because the way I'm looking at this, we're going to end up in the Europa League anyway if we beat Southampton, because we'll get an automatic place, won't we? Because of Man United and Spurs being in, you know, whoever we play in the final, because they'd already have a Champions League spot. So I would take it that we do get an automatic spot, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter in terms of any of the games. I don't think it matters.
But I mean, Hazard had a good chance today. I mean,
Hazard was terrible today, mate. I really do. For Hazard, terrible, you know, for Hazard's standard, I thought it was terrible.
One chance in the first half, that's it really, you know.
But they're not shooting at goal, are they? They're palming it off or trying to play it wide, or they're doing trying to walk the ball in the net.
One chance again, Woody in the first half, around the side of the goal, you know. But I mean, we need to buy in the summer. I mean, we need a good right winger. I mean,
we need 5 or 6 players. I'm telling you.
5 or 6 players next season.
And a prolific goal scorer. We need a goal scorer.
Morata's not the answer, no.
I don't think so.
Keep Morata as a backup, would you?
Yeah, I'd have him as a backup. Yeah.
But we need to go out and buy a top quality striker.
He's a backup for Real Madrid, isn't he? I mean, where does this club want to be? If we want to be, you know, with Madrids and Barças and Bayerns and Juves, and then you've got to follow suit. And Morata was their 3rd choice striker.
That says it all, really.
Well, it does, doesn't it? And he's our 1st choice striker. So, and we've not had 2 high quality strikers since Drogba and Elka.
Yeah, I mean, where do you stand on Giroud for next season?
I don't think he's done a lot wrong. I'd have him as our 3rd striker, but I still think we need a world-class striker. We need a world-class striker, you know. We need a. I know
would you go and put a bid in for Aguero then this summer, Man City? I mean,
yeah.
He's not 1st choice striker up there, is he? Really?
No, but he'd be 1st choice for us, wouldn't he? Yeah. Out of that, you know. And yeah, why not? 300%. You know, where do we want to be? What do we want to be as a football club?
A friend of mine asked me today. He said, "Where's Abramovich taking this club?" That's what he wants to know.
A friend of mine, I don't want to mention who he is, who's very, very close to people within the club. In fact, lives next door to a very influential person within the club. The soul man turned around and said to me that Roman Abramovich's passion now is art.
Oh, that says it all. So I mean, does he sell the club and then we get the Chinese owners like Man City? Well,
Man City ain't got the Chinese, they've got the Saudi owners, but they have sold 20% of their football club. A lot of people don't realise this, to Chinese overseas investors. We've had Chinese investors sniffing around our club, and indeed Roman Abramovich is trying to entice them to invest in the stadium development. Because if you remember, if you went back a couple of years ago when they first started putting out all the little models, you know, for us to all view, like with regards to the stadium, it was with a view that Roman was going to fund it all and then pass it on to his son as it are.
But as a friend of mine said today, Mark, what's the point in getting a big stadium for 65,000 when we can't sell out for a Chelsea West Ham London derby? Today wasn't sold out. There was tickets at the box office.
Well, I didn't hear about that. I didn't know that.
And a load of tickets on Ticket Exchange during the week.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I think we wouldn't have no danger of selling it out. I think what the problem is they'll do the most obvious thing and they'll go down the corporate route.
Yeah.
And even that, you know, I've got my own opinions on that. Because
they don't create atmosphere in the stadium. I mean, the loyal fans are like you and me that go home and away and up and down the country and get on coaches and trains. They're the loyal supporters, you know, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But putting things into perspective, I thought the tributes to Ray Wilkins today were absolutely brilliant.
No, they got it absolutely spot on, didn't they, the club? The round of applause before the game, it was almost 3 minutes. 3 minutes, wasn't it?
Organising the book of condolence outside.
Perfect, absolutely perfect.
A lot of fans have left scarves and hats. I left a scarf. And
yeah, I bought some flowers on behalf of Chelsea SW6 and everything else. I put that there, and I also signed the book of condolence. Yeah. From myself and Chelsea SW6.
Quite sad, really, because I only met him a month ago and in the Oyster Room in Fulham, and we're having a drink and we talked about the Barcelona home game, and he's sounding in good form.
He's a lovely guy, and he's an absolutely, you know...
He just wanted to talk football at the end of the day.
Mr. Football, you've seen his career, 695 games, about 10 clubs, twice at QPR, you know, Glasgow Rangers, Chelsea, as we all know, 17 years of age, 18 years of age captain.
Man, just a legend.
Then 150 odd games for Man United, and then nearly 80 odd games for AC Milan. No one was playing in Italy at that time. Italy was the league. People talk about the Premier League now. You know, Serie A, well, you remember, Serie A was the league, wasn't it? And when he was out there, you know, and obviously he played for AC Milan. And
I believe he was living out in Cobham, in Kid.
He lived in Cobham, didn't he? Around Cobham, around the training ground. And of course, the tragedy happened in. Well, I think it did happen at home, didn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, he died in two. Terrible.
Just before Easter, you know.
And a quick word on. Oh God, Eric Bristow. Eric Bristow.
Another sad loss. I mean, 16
massive Chelsea fan.
Just puts everything in perspective. We're worried about all these football results. I mean, there's a lot of more important things in life, really. But
yeah, there is, mate. Yeah, there is.
I mean, we're Chelsea. We'll be back again next season, please God.
Well, was it not Bill Shankly turned around and said that football's more important than life and death? Is it, fuck? What's important is life,
and your health. Yeah.
And your health, you know, and that's what's important, like, you know. But we do push our health to the limits, don't we, following our team, as we know, and you know, it does take you, all gives you all different types of emotions, like, you know.
But hopefully we can go on and win the FA Cup. I'd rather have Man United in the final.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Just for the ambience. I honestly can't. I don't like it when we play Tottenham. It's just an horrible feeling outside, before, afterwards. It's just horrible. And
plus they got home advantage at Wembley, which is unfair.
Yeah. And there's also a little bit more heat in the game as well, isn't there? You know, a little bit more. You think, oh, if we lose to Spurs, it kind of feels worse, doesn't it, than losing to United? Look at it from a negative perspective there, I must admit. But
anyway, thanks for the interview, Tony.
No problem, buddy. Lovely to see you. I'll see you at St Mary's, yeah? Right. Top man. Thank you, buddy.
Hello, I'm Tommy Baldwin. Played 239 games for Chelsea and scored 92 goals. So don't forget to subscribe to SW6.